All right, so let's go ahead and try this. The first thing we notice is that we are subtracting. The second thing we notice is that our denominators are different. And this is like doing the problem 1/5 minus 1/4 or something like that. Or maybe, what doesn't really matter. Our denominators don't have anything in common and we're just subtracting. So if we kind of think about that, we did this before on the previous problem with addition, we can kind of use that to help us out here. So we're going to multiply this equation by w plus 3 over w plus 3, which is just 1. And put some parentheses so I don't make mistakes. And then over here, we're going to multiply by w minus 8 over w minus 8. And where did that come from? Did all these colors funky. Where did that come from? But that w minus 8 went over here, and w plus 3 went over here. So if we go back and look at this, we times this one by 4 over 4, and this one by 5 over 5, so we can see how that's the same. So anyway, continuing, our next step is to distribute. So we're going to go ahead and distribute like this, and then like that, except for we need to be really careful with the subtraction. So I'm going to change it to a plus a negative 8, and then I will distribute, giving me 5w plus 15 minus 8w plus 64, because I'm distributing a negative 8. And then there's my denominator of w plus 3 times w minus 8, both of those in parentheses. And now what should I do? Well, looking at this problem, I might be tempted to do other things, but if we just pay attention to the numerator for a minute, in fact, I'm going to block everything else out, so we're only looking at that. If I had that as my problem, what would I do? Well, I would combine like terms. So that's what I'm going to do now, is just combine like terms. My numerator, I'll have negative 3w and positive 79 over my denominator. And we look at our numerator, can it be factored? No, it doesn't look like it. There's 3 won't go into 79, so I'm done. And it was pretty straightforward. So the steps here again are, first get a common denominator. And second, distribute. Third is combine like terms. And then fourth will be factor if possible. And we'll factor and cancel if possible. And so since it wasn't, we're done with this problem. So subtraction is not very difficult. Unlike denominators, it's not very difficult. We just have to be careful and pay attention to what we are doing.